credit cards, people often are confused about credit cards. And my question or questions to you is, how many credit cards should someone carry to produce their best credit score? And should you close unused credit cards?
Well, let's take a step back on that one and understand how credit scores work a little bit. So we've probably all heard the term of the FICO score. Now, that is a scoring system or a grading system for what your credit is. And the higher that score, the better. And there are different determining factors as to what makes up the score. And you have weighted categories within that will make up your total. So the number of credit cards that you have actually falls into the smallest weighted category. So although it's important, it's not critically important. So the practical answer there is to really only have enough credit cards that you need and make sure that you're not carrying balances. That's the best thing to do as it pertains to your credit cards and how that plays into your credit score. Now, as far as closing unused credit cards, if you have multiple credit cards and there's some you don't need, then you should close one or more of them. So the question becomes, which credit card should you close? So when you're looking at that, you want to close the credit card that has annual fees, because there are, with so many options out there, there's no reason for you to have to pay annual fees. You should also look at closing newer credit cards that don't have annual fees or do have annual fees. It doesn't matter because they don't have the credit history. So therefore, if there's not a lot of credit history, that's the easiest way to get rid of a credit card. And of course, if you have credit cards that have some unfavorable terms, whether it's a low credit limit or various maintenance costs, no need to hang on to those. Close those. The one card that you don't want to close in all this, even if you're not using it, is the oldest credit card you have, because that will, assuming that you've made timely payments and so on, that will have most of the history that's going on to your credit report, so there is some value there.
So how important is someone's overall credit score?
It's really important. The credit score is a statistical method that shows the likelihood of someone paying back the money they've borrowed. So again, the FICO score, which comes from the Fair Isaacs Corporation, the low score is 350, the high score 850. So if you're down on the 350 area, you're a high risk. If you're at 850, you're a low risk. So the lower the score, higher the risk, and that ultimately means that you'll have difficulty getting a loan. So this is really important. And keep in mind, your credit score is fragile. Even a simple error that somebody has made in reporting to the credit keepers, that can give you enormous problems because you could be refused credit down the line. So the one thing that you always want to make sure you do is make your payments on time. Don't overextend yourself. Don't ignore overdue bills. Limit the amount of credit applications that you take out, and keep your outstanding debt as low as possible because it could come back to bite you.